all y'all better start giving this team some damn respect.
And for us, it's the opportunity to play for a championship.
Western Conference Final Game 1 tonight. One of the big questions the Nuggets have to answer is how do they stop Anthony Davis? Because many teams have tried and failed. Davis averaged nearly 30 points a game against Denver this season, and he averaged 1.6 points per possession against Denver on post-ups. That's according to Second Spectrum. That was the best rate against a single opponent this year. Now, despite that, AD and LeBron know what they face in the regular season, not the same Nuggets team they'll face in this series.
Obviously, to do what they've done in this playoffs, coming back from 3-1 in both their series is phenomenal and something that we've never seen before. So they have a lot of confidence right now, and it's going to be a tough matchup for us. They always played us pretty tough in the regular season, and the way they're playing right now, pose a bigger threat.
Very resilient, very confident, very driven, and very well-coached team. And it takes a lot of energy, effort, and a lot of desperation to be able to come back from a 3-1 deficit, and they did it twice. And so the respect level is out of this world for what we have for this ball club.
Guess who is back? Maybe to quote Michelle Branch this time, our NBA analyst and host of Chiney and Golic Jr. on ESPN Radio, Chiney Ogwumike. What matchup do you believe, Chiney, is going to be the deciding factor in this series?
This matchup is all about the bigs. So, Elle, why don't you just meet me in the middle of the paint?
Oh, Maren Morris. Okay.
Nikola Jokic. Yes, Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis, arguably the two best centers in the game. These two players had the most post-ups in the NBA during the regular season and the playoffs. And now the Nuggets, they have a slower pace to their offense. And that plays to the advantage of Jokic. It allows him to take his time, read the defense. He's got the hook shot. He's got post moves. He's got the funny touch the sky fadeaway. He's got the three ball. But most importantly, it allows him the slow pace to take his time to allow him to pass and generate offense for others. But the cool thing here is that everything I said for Jokic, the Joker can pretty much apply for Anthony Davis. But the difference here is the pace. The Lakers will want to play fast and get quickly to where AD will shine, in the pick and roll, quickly, one-on-one, ISOs off the block so that AD can use his speed off the dribble to attack. And his defense will also be on full display. Defensive Player of the Year candidate. So this matchup, at the center position is so different. We will see, though, how opposites attract tonight.
Yeah, Paul Millsap is matched up with AD more defensively, but as you said, Davis prefers to pick on Jokic. 9 for 20 when Joker is his primary defender. I would walk 1,000 miles just to hear you tonight, but I don't have to do that because you'll be on at 4 o'clock on ESPN Radio. Didn't see Vanessa Carlton coming. All right. ESPN's BPI gives the Lakers a 61% chance to win tonight and a 73% chance to win the series. Caesars William Hill has the Lakers at -600 for the series, meaning that a $600 bet would pay out $100. So maybe don't do that. LA won 3 of the 4 meetings between the teams this season. LeBron did not play in the lone loss. So much more Nuggets-Lakers ahead. Hear what Denver's head coach thinks will be a recipe for disaster for his team against LeBron. We're going to have a live report just ahead.
Measured against the Seahawks, and we celebrate the 50th anniversary of Monday Night Football with the best plays and moments throughout the years.
Let's go to basketball. So game 1, right? The Heat overcame a 14-point deficit to beat the Celtics in game 1. So no way that the Celtics were going to let that happen 2 days in a row.
Lay the mortgage on Boston.
Okay, game 2, they were down by as many as 17 were the Heat, 13 at the half. In the third, they're cooking. Jay Crowder misses the 3, but Butler taps it back out. Tyler Hero with the oop to Bam. Heat down 4. Later, it's Hero again to Adebayo, just the 4th player in play-by-play era with 5 dunks in a quarter. He'd make the free throw, Heat down 1. A minute later, another lob. I mean, Adebayo had 15 points in the third, nearly outscoring the Celtics, who had 17 points in the third. 37-17 advantage in that corner. Heat up now, under 2 minutes left. Duncan Robinson on fire from long distance. Ray Allen, 6 for 12 from deep. Heat up 1. He had 18 points on the night. In the fourth, game tied at 89. Tatum, he drives because this would be a good one down the stretch. Celtics go back up by 2. A couple minutes later, Heat down 3. Butler with the pick from Kemba. Saves it. Beautiful save. Robinson back to Butler. Come on. Look at the effort.
That's hustle.
Look at the effort. They were relentless. I just kept saying as I'm watching this game, like, the Heat are just some dogs. Down one now.
Fans.
Exactly. Butler to Dragic. Step back, good. Heat up 5. He would lead the game with 25. A minute 30 left. Celtics down 5. Marcus Smart inbound. Stolen. Butler finds Jay Crowder for the layup. Just the back and forth. Heat up 7. Under a minute to go. Celtics down 6. Smart to Jaylen Brown for the 3. Brown, Tatum, Walker all with 20 points in this game. Typically this season, that meant they would win. In fact, they were 20-0. Not so much. 30 seconds left. Bam. With the big offensive rebound. Hero. He's looking. Who's he find? Butler. Turns it over. I'm thinking, oh, man. Oh, here we go. Celtics with a chance to tie it with a 3. Adebayo with the huge rebound. Heat win 106-101. They go up 2-0 in this series. Quick question, Eric Spoelstra. Can you define winning basketball?
We're not going to sit up here and try to educate everybody on what winning basketball is. That was winning basketball tonight from Jimmy Butler. It's not about that final line, and Jimmy did so many things in that second half that impacted winning on both ends of the court. Either the average fan sees it or they don't, but we don't care.
We believe in one another. We know what we're capable of, and I think that's the part that's so fun when we're out there hooping. It's, yeah, we get down at times, but we never hang our heads because we know if we play the right way, we give ourselves a chance to win. So with these group of guys, man, it's always smiles out there on the court.
You just heard me in that highlight mention Butler and Bam a lot. They get it done down the stretch again. When we talk clutch time, we're talking about the last 5 minutes of a game with the score within 5 points, okay? At this point, you look up clutch in the dictionary, and there's just a picture of this Miami Heat team. They have outscored the Celtics 41-24 in clutch time through 2 games this series. So the Celtics lose to the Heat, and then, ironically, things get very heated. Our Malika Andrews reporting that Marcus Smart was screaming at his teammates in the locker room post-game before leaving the room swearing. Additionally, she heard loud clanks like someone was throwing things, while several players beyond Smart were yelling as well. Now, Smart didn't make himself available to the media, but his teammates who did somewhat downplayed the tension.
We 0-2. We frustrated. But, that's team sports. You're not supposed to be happy we down 0-2, but nothing out the ordinary. Just talking about the game. It's cool. Got to get ready for the next one.
A lot of people are passionate, emotional, and I'm one of those people. So I recognize it as that. I recognize it as emotion, as passion. I don't recognize it as nothing else. The media might see it or whatever. That's all it is. It's passion, just being, expressed. So we got to express that same passion next game for 48 minutes, period.
Let's bring in our NBA analyst and host of Chiney and Golic Jr. on ESPN Radio, Chiney Agwumike. What is your take on whether you think the yelling in the Celtics locker room is a potential galvanizing moment or a signal that things are falling apart?
Elle, I know we're not supposed to sing here, but this reminds me of the Sarah Bareilles song, Say What You Need to Say and Let the Words Fall Out. Honestly, I need to see you be brave, right? Like, that's the moment, that's the time for the Celtics right now. It's better to say what is needed to be said at this point than to let things slide, because things like this happen in locker rooms more than people probably know. And I feel their pain. The back half of their games have been a huge letdown, especially when going up against Miami's zone defense. The Heat ran their zone defense 4 plays in the first half and 25 plays in the second half. And during that time, the Celtics went 5 for 15 from the field. You see, at the professional level, the most annoying thing to play against is the zone. You can't get movement. You can't play one-on-one easily, which is the absolute essence of the NBA. So for the Celtics, they are rightfully mad, not just because of losing. It's how they're losing, giving up double-digit leads, not being able to take down the zone. If they weren't mad, I'd be more worried.
I would have never have seen a Sarah Bareilles reference being dropped here on SportsCenter, but then again, Chiney, I wouldn't have imagined that the Celtics would find themselves in this hole, which is bad news because the Heat have a 16-0 series record when taking a 2-0 lead all time. Chiney's coming back, I'm sure, with more pop references in just a bit.
Yeah, she is the wind beneath our wings.
No, that's Bette Midler.
Right, I'm going to raise you one. She's going to tell us why the Nuggets and Lakers series will come down to a battle of the bigs between AD and Jokic. And the Yankees on an absolute tear, living up to the Bronx Bombers name. How they set an MLB home run record knowing that you are my hero. Ellen Mack.